the more we do this show, I feel like this is a common thing. We've been robbed. There's a myth that the ancient Greeks created astrology. I thought so up until today.
Yes, most people think that. However, like most things,
We've been robbed.
Welcome to the Chitchat podcast. We're picking up where the group chat left off.
Where the tea, the truth, and the timeline collide.
I'm Rae.
And I'm Kia.
So pull up.
Because when the homies link up,
it's laughter,
life updates,
and a little light therapy too. Let's chat.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
Cheers.
All right. Hello.
Hey. Welcome to the Chit Chat podcast, where we give a mic and a seat to all the things that us ladies talk about. I'm your girl, Rae.
And I'm Kia.
And today's episode actually is going to be a fun one. Right? We're going to talk a bit about horoscopes and the Zodiac and astrology and all of the, are you like things that come with that? Do you follow that? Are you one of those people who wake up and be like, oh my God, my moon is in, or they're in retrograde and all this other stuff? Or are you one of those people who just like opens up a magazine and be like, okay, I need to buy something because it says I should? There's a lot of history as always. You know, we love to educate. Kia, what are your thoughts on signs? Is it your thing?
Yeah, signs. I have always read the horoscope in the newspaper. Back when people used to read newspaper. I ain't showing my age. But I only have the half subscription to like astrology and horoscopes and the Zodiac. I don't have the full subscription because I don't go as deep as some other people. I do it more as a like passive, like who do you match with in the Zodiac when it comes to like romantic relations, or at the core of it, because I've been known on here to say that I am an Aries. And Aries is a fire sign, and for me it resonates. Some of the things that say Aries are, it resonates, and I'm like, I was it before I read it, and I was like, oh, that's me when I read it.
I have the same perspective. My perspective about all things is very much like, who am I, this lowly person, to say something is not true, right? So there has to be some thing about it that brings a lot of followership or whatever. But for me personally, similar to you, I feel like I use it as a form of entertainment. I love to read about it. Ever since I was a kid, I would read the horoscope or my daily horoscope, and I'd love to read about Virgos. And Virgos know that nobody loves a Virgo more than a Virgo. So there has to be something about it. And when I read the personality, I'm like, oh my God, that is me. I just feel like we all can't be the same. So, right. So I often wonder, like, is it written in a way where we all see ourselves within it? But I'm not trying to buy lotto tickets based off of the moon and stuff, y'all. I take it with a grain of salt. It's nice to have something positive or something to look forward or up to, but I don't know.
Look out for. Sometimes you might be having some challenges and you're like, well, okay. It might, you know what I'm saying? Some things, because sometimes people look for things to help them, and it'll like maybe soften some things in their lives. Even though it's entertainment, you just want something to tell you, like, you know what, it's going to be okay.
I'm with you. I will not argue with you on that. But I'm like, how do they know? We're not all the same. I meet other Virgos and I love other Virgos, but we're not the same. So how do they do it?
Every word doesn't always resonate. I think you pick. It's made for the masses, no? And you go and you pick the thing that resonates with you. And then the other person picks.
I be picking, you know, I don't pick what everybody won't pick. Like,
hey.
No, let me stop. All right, bet.
Hit, and some things don't hit, is all I'm saying.
Facts. Just take what you need. But, you know, leave what you don't.
Before we go deeper.
You ain't Gonna believe this shit. I know you said earlier that you had some, but you were like, so did you find one that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I have some in the canon.
Okay.
I always have some in the canon. Sometimes some of them are like real juicy, and some of them like, So, did you know? So you're not gonna believe this shit.
Okay.
So librarians are being sexually harassed by
Excuse me?
fetishists. Librarians.
What? Okay, tell me now. Tell me now. Why? Who's doing this? What's wrong with them?
So who knew that librarians?
No one should be sexually harassed, period. But
listen, it's saying that 75% of librarians, which
75?
It's a 89% mostly female profession.
True story.
And 75% of them have reported being harassed by patrons. And that's whether it's just asking them for their number, it could be following them to their cars, and then there is the other people. So people,
where like people have like you said, like they're fetishizing like sexy librarian.
So it can happen in different ways. One of the ways that some of them have been experiencing it is over the phone. So they will get a phone call from a person looking for help. And then instead of it being like a straightforward call and
What's this?
Hey.
What's this?
It's a mic.
What's the fluffy brown part?
Harry. Harry, it's a microphone.
Hi.
Okay, I'm sorry. He just got home from school. You gotta go downstairs. You can watch TV. Can I have a kiss though? He said no kiss. And now he's laughing. Okay, but I am very interested in the harassment of our wonderful aides in this community. Yes.
So a perp, right? Posing as a library patron will call it up, and then it will go from like they need help, then it'll go to like salacious talk.
They call the library and start talking nasty to the librarian.
So it could be stuff like, just like that. Let's do it some more. Give me another one. So it's like stuff like that. Like they'll start saying it in more sexual ways to the point of them getting warm.
I think that we owe all of the librarians an apology because that is weird AF.
Weird.
I hope you have star 69 or I don't remember which one it was. Whatever it is, caller ID, that you can see who it is and report them.
Yep. They've been reporting it. So this is it was a whistleblower. This is in the New York New York Post, by the way. So
that is so odd.
It is so odd. Like who thought that,
again,
like librarians would be harassed, sexually harassed at that.
I didn't think it was a thing, but again, you can't believe it, but then you do, because there's always this concept of sexy librarian, right? And some idiot out there took it seriously.
Yeah.
They went to work.
The librarians are like, we don't get paid enough for this.
No.
Okay.
Now that I understand, they need automated system. They need automated system. Don't call here.
But the librarians need jobs.
Yeah, they need their jobs.
They're not trying to be there to get all rolled up on. Not like that.
That makes me upset. Like people
it's not
really
a part
are
of their
disrespectful.
Job description.
You ain't got no time. You ain't got no time. That's what you want to do?
Yeah.
Shame on you. Shame on you, person.
Yeah, shame on the perps. Like they gonna.
I hope. Yeah.
Nasty.
I really don't think there's any like librarian harassers that probably will follow our podcast. But if you're on here, shame on you.
But we support the librarians.
Yes. Librarians all day.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
I have one.
You believe that shit? Do you believe that shit?
I believe that shit because people are weird.
You got one?
Yes, I do. And this goes out to all my 80s babies, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle loving kids. So, you know how they always say like there's alligators in the sewer, but it's like not for real.
Yeah.
So they found one living in the sewer for real.
A big one?
A big ass one. And I hope
Wait,
we could flash a yeah.
whose sewer?
Let me tell you, it's in Florida, which I do. It's always in Florida, the weirdest place on earth. No offense, Floridians.
Okay, Florida, I believe.
Which I believe, right? But
I believe.
you've never found one. It's always been like a lie or like a urban legend, a myth. The Ninja Turtles, you know, like the turtles and Splinter. They all live in the sewer. But how do you live in the sewer? But nope, they do.
Well,
At least one. He was found, causing terror with the workers and stuff. They came across him for real. So they have a picture of it. Not as
maybe I should have.
excited about that, but I thought that was a cute one. That there are real alligators in the sewer.
I believe it because people flush alligators and shit. That's crazy, right?
People
They
flush
flush
out.
them as
Yeah,
they
but
get 'em as
alive?
pets. They'll get them as pets. Yeah,
And then they'll flush them
'em.
down. Okay, that makes sense then. So maybe this was not that good of a you do believe this shit. All right. All
I
right.
believe it, but I didn't think find one alive.
They found a big one too. I want to tell you about
Damn.
how big.
It's a shit-eating alligator.
5 foot alligator. That's legit.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty big. Ew. It's like ugh.
They're
Gross.
just scary in my book. They're just really scary looking animals. But
Yeah.
no one died,
They're-
so that's good news.
I like in Florida are very common. People
Yeah.
throw them in lakes and ponds and stuff, which they're not supposed to do. They're not supposed
I
to
don't
do
want to
that.
live anywhere where they roll up on people. You know, like there's like
That's
Instagram
Florida.
videos. Yeah, when they're like people who like open their doors, like these, like they'll put like together a little reel of alligators scaring people, and I don't think it's funny. That's not funny to me. Alligator at my door. The fuck?
Oh, that was. You're not gonna believe that shit. Not Teenage Mutant Ninja alligators.
Good one. Pivot.
Okay. So we're talking about horoscopes, astrology, Zodiac, and why it's suddenly everywhere again. So it's on TikTok, it's everywhere. There's cultural memes and all that stuff. So the mythical sciences and services market has gotten a resurgence. There's mediumship, tarot, palm reading, and all that stuff. And it's a $2.2 billion industry right now
In the US.
in the US, and it's 3.3 globally,
Mm-hmm.
and it's growing every year since 2017. So Gen Zers and millennials are the ones that are driving this growth. So like 62% of the Gen Zers and 63% of the millennials say that they use their zodiac signs to help them make life decisions,
That's wild.
right? And
62%?
yeah, from like dating, careers. So they kind of use it as a way to kind of like navigate.
Love to have known what questions they asked because I'm like 62%. That's a lot.
But these days, like people are using signs to decide whether or not they're gonna fuck with somebody or not. Like, have
That's
you?
what I mean.
Yeah.
You do think that's 62%?
Yes, I believe that because of how frequent it's used. I have been adjacent to circles that really use this as the holy grail, as whether or not I'm even deal with you, personal, business, friendship. I've been
Really?
adjacent to those conversations, yep, where they know all the things. What's in your second house, what's in your first house. People talk about it. If you look at TV shows, like a lot of people really rely heavily on the zodiac and the horoscopes.
I just,
You don't believe it?
I believe it. I mean, I believe you. And you, I think you know me. I would be asking all kinds of questions.
Mm-hmm. You're in the 38%.
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm in the one that's like, what y'all, that's silly. But I think like to be making major decisions, that's just not logical. I feel like if that's the case, that's why the country is where it is. People are not using their brains. No shade. A little shade. 62%.
No, that was a lot of shade. That was a lot of shade.
No, but I mean, like, you know, like I just don't think it's like definitive. It's I'm gonna go here for a second. Sorry. We didn't plan this, but I'm gonna go here. If I'm gonna use something that somebody could not have any control over, such as the day they were born, to me that you're as well be as akin as being racist.
Well, that is a reach.
You are to me, the concept of judging someone and who they are simply by something that they could not control, to me is outlandish.
Okay. I don't do it. I mean,
no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Okay, so I think that it's extreme to do that, but it's almost akin. I'm saying, if I might even go there, I'm like, ooh. So like, if I'm saying like, oh, I don't date this type of person, I would be like, will I date? I date a Virgo? No.
How
No.
dare you?
Because I have dated a Virgo before, and he was a kind person, long relationship, but he didn't match with me, which is all.
Even then, you had experience and then made a judgment, even though it's the wrong judgment. But you made a judgment based off experience. You did not, you know what I mean? Like
more friends than romantic. Yeah. See?
You might
I
not say nothing.
I know. I totally understand. Though.
I ain't even gonna say nothing.
It's I think it's definitely a choice, but I think this is more of a recent development where people are like, "What's your sign?" "Oh, no, I'm not messing with you because you do XYZ or whatever."
People treat Virgos
True,
like that all the time.
they have no
Just like
they
you
have
just
no
did.
choice of when they were born, but some of the traits are there. I know that there are people that can't deal with me, right? I can't
because
date
of the way you were born, though, or because
no,
of who you are?
because of who I am and some of the traits. And the trait of an Aries is somebody that's like stubborn, blah, blah, blah. Or sometimes they could be a little bit combative or whatever it is. It's also like dating we call us A-type people.
Type A.
Type A. So you have like a type A person. I don't think I could be with another type A person.
Maybe that's why you don't like Virgos.
Yeah, I can fall back. And I was with this person for 2 years. So I fell back, but I don't think I was in my natural state. So that's why it didn't work. I can't pretend. He had big dreams, but he wasn't realistic. He didn't follow through with stuff. That could be anybody. That could be any
go back.
Zodiac.
I gotta double check and make sure I'm following through. I understand.
You follow through, girl.
I try,
but that's a relationship. That's a relationship. But yeah. So I mean, these are the statistics right now. Do I know the questions that were asked? Nah. But I could see how it has gotten even bigger than it was. Some of it's true and some of it's kind of like, So we're gonna do a definition.
Well, we'll go there. I don't know. I'm still trying to see if I'm offended or not, but I'll get there. I'll get over it. So you might be wondering, astrology, horoscope, zodiac, like what's the difference? What the heck are we talking about? Like what makes one or the other? So astrology is defined as the divination of the supposed influences of the stars and planets on human affairs and terrestrial, well, that's always good, events by their positions and aspects, which I think makes sense, right? The stars are in the sky, not like extraterrestrials, but anything that's happening kind of like out there, where those things position and how it impacts our moods, our actions, our behaviors. I will say that the reason I'm not completely off of believing this type of thing is that I do 100% believe that the moon, and I feel like that's something I've experienced, like the moon has impact on women and women's bodies and women's cycles and things like that. So I do think that there is some connectivity to, you know, the stars and, like you said, this I would have said celestial, but I guess it's terrestrial planets and stuff, the alignment of that. I think it has to, there could be some major, big, you know, macro connection. I'm not too self-centered to believe that that's not possible. And then we'll go, and then maybe we'll talk about, like, so we talk about our horoscopes though. So the horoscopes, it's a diagram of the relative positions of the planet in signs of the zodiac at a specific time as at one's birth. All right. So when I was born, where was the sun? Where was the stars? Where was X, Y, and Z? For use for astrologers in inferring individual character and personality traits and foretelling events of a person's life. So the horoscope, or the alignment or position of all of those wonderful things that make your zodiac, which is the day that you were born, where were they all, is what the astrologer uses in order to make some of those or gather some of those insights about you. And your zodiac is the wide belt of the sky extending north or south of the, oh, they got some science words up in here. Ecliptic, representing the sun's annual path, divided into 12 signs: the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. So this seems to have more to do with the sun's path, and how that is depending on which position and how that is divided and where it is when you were born. So fun times, but obviously all interconnected, right? So I'm a Virgo, and we can go deeper into what that means. As Nakia, you know, she loves to tell everyone she's an Aries. And Aries are good people. I have mad love for Aries. Sadly, we learned that Aries don't feel the same about us, but we'll get back to that. So here's no, I'm hurt. I love this part, right? Let's talk about this, which I feel like the more we do this show, I feel like this is a common thing. We've been robbed. There's a myth that the ancient Greeks created astrology. I thought so up until today.
Yes, most people think that. However, like most things,
We've been robbed.
It's been stolen. So Alexander of Macedon, he studied in Kemet. Kemet is now known as Egypt, but it was changed to Egypt after they invaded Kemet and took it over. Right after Kemet was taken over by Alexander of Macedon, they usurped thousands of years of African knowledge. So under Greek control, African astronomical science was morphed into astrology that we know today, because the ancient Greeks couldn't really understand, you know, African astronomical sciences. People came to Kemet to learn. Your Socrates were at the feet of the scholars in Kemet.
At Kemet.
The Egyptians resembled more of the people of Sudan, right? So this is where they came. This is where they studied. They learned a lot, and then they took it back, and then they remixed it and called it their own.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting tidbit, because I actually did not know that either.
Yeah, definitely not something that I would have got right on the test if they hadn't said that, that's where the true source. But again, for me, this actually opens up that I want to kind of like go kind of understand the difference, or like what makes up kind of like the astronomical sciences. It's a hard one because you think astronomical is like big, not an actual, I want to say astrological, but that's not right either. I actually want to know a little bit more about that because
we got to go diving deeper.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely based in mathematics because of
Yes.
the way how things are built. Because if the pyramids were built big, large, huge structures, and they were placed in certain places based on the stars, that's a level of math. That's a level of
That's a high level of math.
math, architecture, and knowledge that I think is beyond my pay grade at the moment. It's amazing and it's astonishing. This is why they try to say like, "Whoa, aliens built the pyramids," but no, it's just people who knew they had just a more advanced learning, advanced knowledge than the people that came to learn from them. It's super interesting to kind of see, what happened, how it happens. But there's a lot of that. If you ever take Western civilization, all of that stuff is a remix. They were the original mixtape people, and they were taking stuff and selling the mixtapes on the street. But that's what they were doing.
I can't. Okay. I feel like the reason that we wanted to even have this topic for this, I think this is something that a lot of the times you talk about with your homegirls, right? Like, or whomever. I feel like you were saying, like, in the group chat, I was trying to think, like, what are some of the conversations you have? And I feel like our group of friends, I might be on the lower end of it and the kids on the higher, I think. They're always talking about their signs, and like there's a strong belief in, like, I don't know, like this, I'm this and I'm that because of this. And I think it's cute and it's dope. And I can, again, but I thought it was something that I'm sure a lot of people, and again, I'm a woman, a Black woman, but I feel like a lot of women talk about and associate and play around with. So I was like, let's talk about it. Let's really dig into it. And have an understanding, but also kind of like take a look at each other's and like, do you think that you are, well, we know how Nakia feels now, but do you think that you are actually representative of how they describe the traits of your sign? People be like, what's your sign, girl? Like, that's how people meet you. So I really wanted to dig into this one. But I also thought about and again, learning that it comes from African knowledge. That was an unknown, but I also knew that there was this concept, especially within Black communities, Christian communities, that any kind of, it's Ouija board, it's anything like that, tarot, any astrology, girl, that is the work of the devil. That is the work of the devil. And I think that it brought up a really great conversation when we were talking about this previously, is kind of like, is it the devil, or why do people think that it's like part of devil worship or witchcraft? And it was inspired to mostly, what did they call it? Abrahamic religions, which they think they categorize as like Christian religions, Catholicism, all of those, as well as Islam, is the concept, or that it's frowned upon to give any divine power or any divinity or soothsayer seeing of your future or anything like that beyond God. Anything else, if you're putting it in anybody else's hands, then that is almost like it's almost like a false prophet. It's sinful to basically like lay your beliefs at the feet of anything else besides your God. And that's ultimately where it comes from. So anything like that would be the work of the devil, right? Because if it ain't God telling you and it's something else, then it can't be good. And I challenge that. I
think it should be challenged because in the Bible, this is what the Bible's supposed to be saying. So in Deuteronomy 18, it actually says, don't use the stars or look to the stars to predict the future or look for omens. But then it also is saying that Jesus says, look to the stars, there will be signs in the sun, moon, and the stars. So it's like, those are two different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who said that? Who said it? Where you want me to look at? But I think that I could see why people would think it could be like some kind of devil worship as far as to disconnect you from the earth. Because I think, melanated people we have like this connection to the earth, and it there is spirituality, but there's also this connection to the earth that I think we've been cut off from. And I think some of that is it. Like, because if it's astronomical sciences that came from Kemet, they were very connected to the earth. They were very connected to the cycles. They were very connected to the movement. When they look up in the sky and the different constellations are in different places as the earth goes around the sun, as we've been told, right? As the sky changes, they note it, they map it, they are in tune with it. So I feel like there's a connection to me with astrology, and there's these earth connection things, and then
Yeah.
there's spirituality through religion. And religion is also a construct, because there's different ones. To me, they're all, when you learn about them, they all pretty much the same, just different names, but they're the same at the real core of it. And I think that's what makes people so separated, because they don't know what the other one is saying.
I think that takes me back to why I was saying it's not that, yes, it's that they don't know. I believe that religion places it and makes you or positions it as if learning or questioning what you do know or what you're taught is basically like sin or taking a shot at your god or something like that. And again, I am a Christian, Catholic, whatever you want to call it. I believe in Jesus Christ. I go to church and all these other things, but I do think that I cannot be sheep. I don't think that God or Jesus or anyone or whomever, whatever, has told me to be a blind follower without having true understanding and respect for others' ways of believing as well. If I can believe in my God and that's why I started off this conversation to say I'm a humble person who can't sit here and tell you that something that someone else believes cannot be true is because something that I believe can be true or cannot be true to them. It's, like who am I as an entity to say either or. I feel like that message is basically you're doing exactly as you're saying not to do, right? It's positioned in a way for us not to go question and not to go learn about the person and about other things and find the commonalities. You know what I mean?
It is easy to hide the truth in a sin, right? If you see something as a sin, some things are definitely bad. But when you can't question and you say, okay, this is bad, or this is a sin, or this is devil worship, or whatever, it makes something very easily dismissible, right? Just like we were talking about voodoo before. And I think that, to me, that's still a earth. That's a practice, whether it's spiritual and also connection to the earth, and whether that be like healing, not healing. Everything has good and bad to it, and
it's the individual, it's man.
it's up to
That's
the
my thing.
individual,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Everything we know now is very colonizer come lately, right? So
Oh.
every- everything we know right now is very colonizer come lately. We are a bunch of people walking around the planet with amnesia because we don't know who we are by design. You are the product of whatever is poured into you. That's what we are. If you're poured into love, you are going to be loving. If you hate's poured in, you're going to be hateful, right? With astrology, I think some people use it to connect to something, whether if they don't feel like a divine connection to religion, maybe they feel more of a connection to that. With the Greek taking it and doing the mixtape, they were taking it to feel some kind of connection. Because
I think
there's us right now and how the Gen Zs and millennials are using it. Why did they take it? And why did they take it to remix it?
so I think 2 points for me on this end is that I do believe that in ancient times, right, you had what was around you. And I think they were the true, like, sociologists, for example, who had no choice but to sit back and observe and take note of pattern, right? And this is to me what astrology is based off. It's observance, or what they perceived, right? They were perceiving behaviors, commonalities, because that's what it is, right? While they bunch us all up into certain things, and there's some commonalities into that, and the behaviors on certain days. I think it's like, what I think for sure is that it had to have been cultivated over years and years and years and thousands of years of observance. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's what why I also come from, like, a humble place, is because I do believe that because there was less access to the things we have today, that it probably is a stronger
Distractions.
yeah, because
They didn't have
it's
as
over
many.
time. It's
Yeah.
over time that these things were, this is not fast science or whatever you want to call it, right?
Mhm.
And I do think that the Greeks, all of these mofos, definitely didn't give themselves to time to be educated in full by those that they had or pillaged or taken from. So it's almost like ignorantly they took what they could or could understand, the limited amount that they could understand, and it turned into what it is today. But again, I think one of the things I've learned is that, to me, the idea of, like, just how much violence is really one of the main, I don't know, history makers. I think it's just really is what shaped the world a lot, and it's more of the same.
It's more violent. If you look at the world, it'll tell you. Truth cannot
You
be
can't,
denied. It just
no.
can't be. It's just the things we don't talk about. When you look at it objectively and stand back from it, you get to see what it is about.
It's what, brain over
So,
brawn, I think is,
well, it's like
um,
different peoples were always mixing all around this earth. And sometimes someone sees something that they like in your house and they want it and they'll come get it. It's part of humans. So people everywhere were moving and taking and, conquering and all this other
yeah.
stuff. So
No,
uh,
that's
of the
exactly
human
it. I think
experience.
again, until recently, I haven't thought about how it really is a matter of violence. It's really of just who is more violent.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Um,
this is not why we're here. I
no,
want to talk
but that's
about,
part of it. That's part of
yes.
why things end up being like how they are. Even with astrology, how modern this astrology came to be, it came through violent acts. So
Yeah.
that's how we got
Yes.
here with astrology.
Yes.
But so we can have some fun with these signs, right? Because some people don't really understand. You'll be like, what's a fire sign? What's a earth sign? What's a air sign? What's a water sign? That's about as far as my subscription goes. Okay, because the stuff in the houses, you lose me. We will have to we could do this again and get somebody on who knows like it deeper. Please put it in the comments because we want to know. Well, I do. I want to know some more stuff. But
I don't want to know.
Rachel don't want to know. But listen, it's an interesting conversation, but sometimes they lose me. They do lose me. Like, they lose me. But I find it very fascinating, but it
It is
becomes very
very
intricate.
fascinating, extraordinary
So,
fascinating.
so there are fire signs. And fire signs are Aries, Leo, and the Sagittarius. And they're usually described as bold, passionate, impulsive. They start it and sometimes don't finish it, allegedly. I don't know. I finish it. I don't know about that.
You put that there, so
So there's the earth signs, and earth signs are like your Taurus, your Virgo, Capricorns, and they are grounded, practical, loyal. It says like if it don't make sense, they're not doing it.
Isn't that just what happened, folks? Whoever was watching this, please, you can see. I did not know it said that. This is facts.
So this is a key point because that's how a Virgo is described. If it don't make sense, they're not doing it. And it don't make sense and she ain't fucking with it.
No. I gotta explain it to me. I'm here though. I want to learn. But if it don't make sense, I'm gonna say like, y'all know that don't make sense, right?
So it kind of does resonate a little bit. It's hitting. It's not a miss. It's definitely hitting a little bit.
Can I do the air signs?
Yes.
So what are your air signs? That's your Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. They're communicative, intellectual, unpredictable, great conversations, confusing behavior. Do I know any? Like, I'm trying to think. Do we have any for like? No.
Yeah.
Is Melissa?
No, Corey is a Libra.
Is he?
Yep.
We'll come back to that.
Boyfriends are Libras.
Oh.
My favorite person in the world was my grandmother, one of my favorite people. Libra. Libras, and they always come around me. Libras and Aries are like that.
You're making decisions. All right. And that's how you found your husband?
It just so happenstance, but I do have like several Aries. I have like maybe 2 Libra exes.
I have no idea what anybody else that I've dated sign is except my husband. I do, but I didn't remember. In my very, very first boyfriend, I remember he was a Pisces. But like, okay, so water signs. That's your Cancer, your Scorpio, your Pisces. They're emotional, intuitive, and very deep. They felt it before you even said it. And I will say that guy, he was very like emotionally, like he was deep. I wish they had the dates. Isn't Scorpio, what is that? Is that
Scorpios they're like late October to late November. It's usually the 21st or the 22nd.
Your zodiac splits 2 months, right? Because like it'd be the end of one or the start of the other, right? So like I'm an August Virgo, and then I feel like there's like people think that there's a difference between like August Virgo and September Virgo, and I'd be like, guys, it's too much.
It's the same for Aries. Do you have like the March Aries and April Aries? April Aries is crazy. My brother is an April Aries. He might co-sign. Shit, he know he crazy. So
I don't know.
April Aries are more intense. Nikkei is a March Aries. I'm a March Aries. Dahlia's sister, she's also a March Aries. We chill. I'm the 31st, so I'm right there on the cusp of April Aries. So this is where my crazy kind of like comes in a little bit.
I don't think nobody gonna believe you're crazy. It's one of those things you got to show me the footage. My cousin, my bestie cousin, she's an Aries. Her birthday was last week, Wednesday. And it's funny because when she watches this, she was like, I always felt that your friend Kia was an Aries. And then she said it, and I was like, oh God, here we go. Like everybody.
Gang.
Especially on the video, on the video where you were like, you're dead to me. And she was like, yup. Like, I was like, oh God. But she's so nice, so sweet. But if she's done,
we're done.
She's done.
I am a nice person, and people try you, and it's like, try Jesus. Don't try me. don't do it. Try Jesus.
I I think this is actually a great opportunity to kind of go into each other's signs. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
so I wanted to read the Aries sign and traits. I'm just gonna like do light touch, but Aries is the first sign in the zodiac. It belongs to those born between the dates of March 21st and April 19th. And you're the 31st, right? Um, Aries are trailblazers, passionate and independent. Aries will never do something just because everyone else is doing it. A ram needs to be 100% committed to the task at hand. Do you agree?
Agreed.
Aries are born with a pioneering spirit, and they rarely hide their individuality. Self-expression is paramount to them, and striking symbols often convey their true selves more effectively than words. You agree there? I think I can see that in you.
Yeah.
Whether pinned to a jacket, backpack, or blazer, these what? Oh, I guess it's just kind of like whether it's like placed somewhere on your clothes, your body, or your things, you express your individuality without compromise, like in your being. And I do think that.
Yeah. Because
For
it's hard to express. Yeah.
yeah, you're not gonna say it. You're gonna express it elsewhere. So, for a sign that refuses to follow the crowd, even the smallest detail becomes part of their personal brand. Aries never do things half-hearted. I see that. I see that. 2 more lines. An Aries sign will always tell you what they're thinking. That's not true. With a frankness that may occasionally border on rudeness. Now, I'm going to leave you to answer that. Are you guilty of this, Nakia?
Some people will say yes, and some people will be like, no. I'm very direct.
You are direct.
And then sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'll hold it because I want to be rude and shit.
I learned this when she was hungry one day. I was like, are you all right?
I was trying to deal with it. I was trying to.
But
I get hungry.
I don't think you're not very, you've said this multiple times, you're not very forthcoming with emotion, but I don't think when you do speak, you speak with frankness, and I do think honesty. And I don't ever think you're rude, because I just don't think you're
Sometimes I can hear the spice in my own voice, and I'll be like, damn, I didn't even mean it to come off like that. So I have the capacity to be direct, and I could be offensive sometimes.
I want to say that I would not say that this is generally a thing I would put towards you. I think you're always quite nice, and I think you care about the delivery and what you say. So, but again, maybe we got to ask Corey. I don't know. So this is the last line.
Okay.
Learning how to work out their anger, whether by going to the gym every day, taking some deep breaths, or learning to chill before they tweet. And we don't tweet anymore. Their thoughts to the world is a lifelong process for Ram. So I think this is 100% through. I think that you are very thoughtful in your speak, right? And I know that you be hitting the gym. You do not play about going to the gym to get yourself right.
Listen, try Jesus. Not try me.
I also wanted to read your horoscope for today. I thought that was really cute too. But I'm corny like that. This is me being really cute, because to me, this is the fun part of this. Your horoscope for the day. Today, Aries, you could feel torn between the desire to get a little exercise and a powerful inclination to curl up in your favorite chair and catch up on some reading. Aries, there isn't any reason why you can't do both. Go out for a brisk walk and then reach for a favorite book when you return. The key isn't giving up on one, but attaining a balance between the two. That sounds like some bullshit.
That's hella vague.
Yeah, it is.
I did go to the gym this morning. That was hella vague, though. That was hella vague.
That was hella vague. I hope my Virgo one ain't that vague. I need some advice.
So let me read yours.
Oh,
Virgos are August 23rd through September 22nd.
that's what it said.
I know some Virgos. I've known some Virgos in my life. I get along with almost all of them. I
But you
love
won't date
Virgos.
us.
I literally love Virgos.
Virgos love Aries, but
I literally love
I
Virgos.
guess we make bad partners.
Virgos are smart, sophisticated, and kind. Virgos get the job done without complaining. Does that sound like you?
Except the complaining part.
I know you get the job done.
I
Smart,
love to complain.
sophisticated, and kind. I totally see that. So Virgos have a rich life, and they can seem shy when you first meet them.
True.
A Virgo won't spill secrets right away, and it's important to earn a Virgo's trust.
Yep. I'm not telling you shit until I'm like really thoroughly looked and proved like, okay, she or he is cool. Seems like an honest person. I'm observing.
The guard is up. Okay.
I'm just not telling my business. My guard's down, but I'm just not you don't gotta know.
Same. So Virgos expect perfection from themselves. I can see that. Okay. And and they may project those high standards on other people in their life.
So I hear this a lot. I don't think I do this, but I hear that I do this. And I actively work on expressing that my high standards are because I hold you highly. So it's, not a judgment thing, but more of a you can be all that you can be. I think I want the best for you.
Okay, wanting the best for others and yourself.
Yep.
I think that you do have high standards.
But I like to push people to have higher standards for themselves as well. People doubt themselves.
I do see that in you because you're a good I don't want to say the word cheerleader, but you are a great influence, if that makes sense.
That is
Where
even better, girl. I'm gonna write that on my resume.
you're a good influence on people, right? So it's like a positive influence. You're like, you could do it, and like you push people to do better.
I'm very proud of that.
I
And you
think
know what? I don't say shit if I don't believe it.
so. Then that you actually really believe in people.
I won't say a word. I will listen.
I see that part. I think you have great influence on the people who are in your circles. So, not put the arm out. Ew. So the Virgo signs love and they are inspired by beauty. They consider what they wear and how they decorate their house to be an extension of their personality.
Frankly, I should probably get that tattooed. That is 100% right. 110%
I was getting ready for you to say
accurate.
like that's not me. I was like,
Oh, girl, that's they could have wrote that on my forehead when I came out the womb.
because that's true. 100%.
Can't lie about that.
Okay. That one actually hit real hard.
That's true.
Okay. So, intelligent and lifelong learner, Virgo loves trying new things, reading books, and learning about the world. They'll happily sign up for an adult education course, and they consider an afternoon in bed with a book pretty much ideal.
Yes.
I think that's awesome.
I would live in my room if I were allowed to. I will work from my bed. I will fold laundry from my bed. I would cook an omelet in my bed if I were permitted. I love to learn. I want to be a student and be in school all the time. I want to take a class all the time. This is very, very true. I love to read, and I just like trying new things. I just don't think fear should stop me from trying new things. So
you have a little bit of that.
yeah. So this is pretty accurate, I think, overall.
I think so.
Overall, you feel like yours is right?
The last two hit. Yeah. The one
Yeah.
for me, yeah, that definitely hit. These are more like traits, right?
But they're
So
not big, right?
your traits don't apply to me.
Mean, like, how do they do that?
Mhm.
You have friends with a few Aries.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see y'all the same. Do you see Aries in your other Aries?
Yeah, we have different traits though. So some of us are, definitely go-getters. I know that's one that I definitely see among my other Aries compadres. And some Aries are just rude at the mouth. Sometimes I can't take it personal because I understand they're an Aries and I understand where it's coming from. So I'll take it. But me and my brother are Aries. Imagine two Aries growing up in a house. We used to fight all the time. All the time. We're also very stubborn together.
Do you feel like that's like always been the case with you and your brother? And you have another brother and it's not that way.
No, but he's older. My older brother is a Scorpio. He's laid back, very smooth, and me and my younger brother, we've had discussions about this, how we used to be and how we are now, and sometimes he used to get really mad at stuff, and I understand why he was mad at something because I'll probably be mad at it too, but it wasn't like that. So that's where it's just stuff.
I think that is to me is like the part of just communicating, right? Anytime I always feel like whenever people talk, like they're like, oh, I understand, even though you're wrong. That wasn't my intent or blah, 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 blah. But it's like, if I saw it that way, if what you're saying is what I saw, I get why you're mad, but I'm just letting you know that this is not what happened. My brother, girl, you were talking about me and my brother are notorious for getting along too well. Like people used to comment about like, what is wrong with y'all? Like y'all we never fought. We would always talk it out. Like we might have had like maybe 5 arguments growing up, but like my biggest cheerleader who had my biggest, like have my back the most is my brother and vice versa. We was just always, like ride or die. Even like when it comes to stuff, we would be like, okay, if you do this, then I'll do it after. Like we'd be mad fair with each other. Like, like, can you get me a cereal? If you get me a cereal, I'll get you a cup of juice. And like, we'd be like, I bet. Like we're always super, and he's a Taurus. I forgot to say that. So I feel like, and then, from like my husband's a Leo. But I don't necessarily think he's a traditional Leo. I understand that my summary perspective of Leo is that they're a bit of like a showboater, like look at me, I need attention, da 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 da. And he's not like that at all. He is July 26th. And Hannah, one of my besties, is a Leo. So I know you believe in like the compatibility of things and like earth and water and fire and air and like that type of thing.
Romantically, matches, yes. For the most part, right? I don't think it's 100% per se, but I'm with a Libra, and I just typically get into relationships with Libras, and I've had good friends that were Libras, and it feels like we are drawn to each other, whether it's friendships or relationships.
I know I love Virgos. Virgos love Virgo. My favorite aunt is a Virgo. My mom was a Virgo. And whenever I meet a Virgo girl, I feel like we cannot get enough. Yeah. Yeah, but Hannah's August. She's August 13th. I feel like they're more similar than my dad, who's a Leo, who I definitely could have imagined that my dad walking down the street, collar popped, giving, what's that Saturday night fever music coming on. That's like, even to this day, I feel like my dad's definitely that, we want to be that dude. So I don't know. These are the things that make me not sure about the Zodiac, or not the whole Zodiac per se, but just how hardcore.
There's also part of Leo as well. Leo, there's a showboat part, and then This is why they're fire signs. There's a peacocking, and then there is making things about themselves a lot. So, and this is why Leo and Aries are fire signs. There is a fieriness to the both of the signs.
Say maybe, you know, what wife wouldn't say this, that I do think sometimes he'd be like
It
making
just-
it about himself, but I mean, I'm sure he would say the same about me. So I don't feel like I have, I don't have, again, who am I?
Not a
But I
typical
don't
Leo.
have too much of that. Mm,
Good. That's good.
I'm
He's
curious
a cool dude.
because Kia always does the like rapid fire piece of things. I'm curious what kind of rapid fire we could do in this one.
Okay, rapid fire. It's like a or this. This is really all subjective. I don't know if there's a right answer to these, but in the comments, you let us know what you think.
You're dead to me, Aries. That's a hit.
That's a hit. So you can do
They
it to me.
overanalyze every text. I'm a Virgo. Hit or miss.
Who is it?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, for Virgos, hit or
Yes.
miss. Hit.
Before you're dead to me, I'm gonna figure out
See?
what happened. I don't think I ever have that. You're dead to. I can't do that.
All right. Okay. I'm
gonna try.
Let me see. Oh, they stay in a toxic relationship too long.
I'm gonna say
I'm a Taurus.
yes. From the people that I know that are Tauruses. Tauri. I don't know how to say it. Yeah. Yeah?
Tauri.
That might be
Yeah.
it.
I think that might be a hit.
Jinx. Let me see another one. Wait, when is Sagittarius?
Is that January? When is Sagittarius? Asking Siri. November 22nd to December 21st.
Here's another one then. They disappear emotionally when things get real. Capricorn.
Oh, a Cap?
That's a hit for me.
I don't know. Oh, that's a hit?
I think it's
What are
the
Capricorns
end
again?
of
Capricorns are...
end of December to
they're the Earth
mid-Jan.
sign. Okay.
You don't know any Capricorn?
this in
December 22nd to January 19th.
All right. Oh, yeah. I do. I don't read that as a hit for them.
They must be on the cusp.
Yeah, I don't. Interesting. No, they're right in the middle.
I'm just kidding.
Like top of the month, top of January. Because I was like,
How about this?
that doesn't really
They
match
flirt
her.
with everyone. Libra.
Let's see now. I feel like there's some Libra in there that might be doing this. I think that they're very charismatic.
Possible.
Libras can be. They can be. Like they could be really personable and very charismatic, and they're very it'll feel like flirting. Believe it or not. Yeah. Oh shit, this might be a
for
hit.
me, it's the one. Yes. Maybe it's not, like you said, they're not trying to flirt, but the way that they're like, you know, it's going to come off as if like they're giving, you know, a little something. They're playful, a little something. Yeah.
Extra attention. Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
it's
You know what sign I do
unintentionally intentional.
think I often can identify. There's one sign that I'm like, yep, this motherfucker
What?
is this. Gemini. I really do think that Gemini have two sides.
How so?
Like, it doesn't have to necessarily be bad, but there's always like these very
Different
two distinct dynamics of their personality. That's one sign that I feel like is most glaring to me.
That's an air sign. I'm trying to think if I know any. I probably do know some Geminis.
They always say like they're two-faced.
No. When is Gemini? Well, May 21st to June 22nd. Do I know any Geminis? I probably do, but unknowingly. I could see that. I'm trying to think. I've heard that too. I've heard like they'll like pop off at different places, or it would be an unexpected reaction because you didn't think that would come from them, type of thing. But I can't think of any that I know, like that I'm close to.
Yeah, definitely.
And if I do, I'm
it's just
sorry.
definitely.
I'm sorry.
But it doesn't, like I said, it's not necessarily bad. It's just kind of like you'll
I
see
feel
like a
like
dynamic and then like
close.
another dynamic, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's different.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I said I love you
What's
after a
Cancer?
week. I'm a Cancer. I think Cancer is,
Yeah, but
I
when
think it's
is
a
it?
water sign. Yes, it's a water sign. Cancer is June. Wait, June, July? Hold on. When is Cancer? Yeah, June, July.
Can't
So
think of
June 22nd to
Cancers.
July 22nd. I know. Yes, they're very,
Are they
very
emotional?
sappy and emotional in the best way because they're lovely people. Hmm? They're like lovely people. They're always so loving. They want to take care of people. So yes, that's a hit. I know some Cancers, and they're lovely. They're just lovely, lovely. All they're like this. They also want to come like give you hugs. They're like big
Oh,
mama,
I gotta go
like a
search for
big
some
big
Cancer. I maybe need to text
mama.
one. Like, hey, girl, how you doing?
They're lovely, lovely, loving people, and
Oh, they're
they
like
fall in love quick, or they give love
caring. It's
quickly.
like connection is like on their surface. It's like is what I'm reading from you here. Can I switch topics?
Yeah,
Can I do shout outs to my
sure.
people?
Yeah. So that's it for
Sometimes when I
rapid
remember, I
fires.
love to shout out Black brands, Black things. And today I want to shout out, if you guys can see my earrings, since my earphones aren't working anyway, it doesn't matter. But can you see these? I love them, love them. I feel like they remind me of like Caribbean, like the sun. They're awesome. They are by Jam Rico. The designer is Lizette. She's awesome. She's actually lives here in my town, and has like this amazing jewelry line, which I followed before I knew it was her. And then I'm like, you're famous. She's dope. I have like 3 sets of earrings, but wanted to give her a shout out while I can. And then I feel like last time I meant to do this, but I didn't get a chance. And I feel like she doesn't need, she doesn't need an announcement. But I buy her shit every time it drops at Target. This is KBB. Do y'all remember that? The Future Collective. This is like her first drop. Kalana Barfield Brown. Yes, girl. So this is the first drop that she had. I think I have something from every drop. Just if you out there, girl. I love you. At least the style. I think actually my homegirl Natasha is familiar with her as well. They might be friendly. But yeah, this is like the one from the first drop. I actually realized that I never wore it yet. Today's the first day I put it on. It might be 3 years old. Girl, the tag's still on there. This is me getting dressed for the day. I'm like, look what I'm gonna put. I'm like, oh my God, I never wore this. So it has like really cool detail. It's like
I
swishy.
like
Don't
it.
look at my gut. And that's it. So giving a shout out to those ladies doing the thing for the people. For the people.
Very pretty. I love it. I love it. It's
Yeah.
super cute. I thought it looked
Yeah.
like you know,
It's
like
also
a
very
blazer vest. I like it.
forgiving, exactly, for my perimenopause or menopause
Forgiving.
pouch. Welcome to my world. Okay. I think this was a fun one. I think this is a little different from some of the other shows that we've had, but I just wanted to, I think we wanted to have a little bit of light, a little fun, a little introspection. Yeah, want to close this out?
Yes, this is a fun one. We have a listener question. So, what's your sign? In our comments, let us know what your sign is, and do you act like it? Is it you? Is it not you? Also, have you ever just asked someone their
I
sign to
really
decide
want to
whether
know
or
that.
not you gonna mess with them or not? Tell us
I'm going to put that as the
tell us
question
that.
on
I
social
also
media
want to know
too.
that.
I need to know, and if they're any of my friends, so I could delete. No, I'm just kidding. You know what song I wish we could play? Fat Man Scoop. Put your zodiac sign back. Put your zodiac. See, now you know it. I can't hear you.
All right, so the group chat is closing for the day. If this conversation hit home, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and share this episode with a friend who you think would definitely have something to say in this chat. And don't forget to come back next week for another episode. All right, guys, this has been the Chitchat Podcast. See you next episode.
Okay.